Hello, welcome. I'm sorry about the stuck timer at the beginning. Like we've gone through because we've got mini bots in the house. Give a big peace sign. Go on, give it. Yeah, that's it. Mini bots in the house. Mini bot is oh my god, on my face. Anyway, mini bots in the house, and we went through everything, right? And we've moved the cameras. It's there now. Evening. My chat's over there. Oh, it's because that's main. Yes, it goes back and forward. Evening all. Archnin, good morning. Hope everyone is good. Everyone's excellent. Evening, pups. King Kev. Kay, how you all doing? They're saying hi to you, Scarlett. Say hi back.
Hi.
Paul Spurgeon. He's not Mr. Spurgeon. Mr. S no more. Hi, Paul. How you doing, Mr. Pink? We might call you Mr. Pink from now on. So we've gone through. I kind of know how to do the cameras now. And we've got 3 cameras now. We've got top down, we've got face cam, and I've got a close-up cam. Booyaka shak. I can't claim any responsibility for that. It's all due to the incredible nanny bot who spent all of Sunday rewiring the man cave. So, better. Where's Mrs. Standard tonight? What's going on? Getting all fancy. We're trying to get fancy. So we've got a close-up cam, which is cool, so I don't have to keep adjusting things, and we're going to try it out tonight. So remember tonight's stream, I'm going to try to look at the camera and not me. It's very confusing. I'm so handsome, I have to look at myself. Dalton, hello brother, thank you very much for subscribing, really nice of you, thank you bro. So I lost my point, I've forgotten what I'm talking about. What was I talking about? Yeah, it's the end of the month stream tonight, right? So there's 1 hour left that your donations will go towards this month's stream. If you donate after 8 o'clock, it will go towards next month's stream total. And don't worry, we'll keep all track of that. Mrs. Head is heading off to work. Oh, tell her love her, tell her miss her. So they will go towards next month's, but up till 8 o'clock, you still got your chance to get in for the top 5 art giveaway, which is Christmas Baby Yoda. Scarlett's already started on some art behind me. I can see.
I'm just writing down something.
You're writing, but she's going to do some drawing tonight. I might end up giving them away at the end of the year, like an Alex Scarlett collage that I mount because they're quite creative. Turns out, my kids. What was that?
So I never gave consent to that.
You never gave consent to that?
Yeah.
Everything that you do, I own in the intellectual property of because I made you in my body.
Wow.
Okay. I'll be quiet again tonight. I'm washing my Vader, not a euphemism. We lost him, huh? I was really in a crappy mood yesterday because of that. I'm not going to lie. I woke up, I sit down, I have my cup of tea, I switched on Facebook. Ulfric, I'm going to chat to you soon, I love you. I should chat to her. It's a private thing between me and Ulfric. Proper sad. So, big up Dave Prowse, rest in peace brother. You are Vader, there ain't no other Vader. I'm lucky enough to have a Vader 1.0 card signed by Dave Prowse. It's pride and joy with my Boba Fett signed card. So heart hurts. We've lost some great people. He's the one with the Force, and the Force is with him now. He's one with the Force, and the Force is with him now. This is the way. Yeah. So I know that you all feel the same. I know that Star Wars is a huge part of all your lives. And those of you that obviously Star Wars is that part of their life know who he is and are probably quite affected by the loss of the man. But, you know, legend, apparently really nice guy. I never got the chance to meet him myself. I know Kay's dad used to work with him. So anyway, that's my little bit of respect, Dave Prowse. Love you, bro. Love you, bro. Right, so we're going to get back to topic. Painting stream tonight. I've changed it up a little bit tonight because I got total legend Archnin. I'm changing it up a bit tonight because we've been painting Gazgul and Gazgul's not finished, but I wanted a break from Gazgul tonight personally for myself. And the green crosscode guy, I'm old enough to remember that and did that in school and everything, so you know, big deal. Anyway, I'm changing it up a little bit tonight because I've been doing Gazgul and there's still Gazgul to do. Mark, hello, bro. Thank you, Pi. I love you very, very much. Thank you for your subs. They really go a long way. Like I said, I needed a break from Gazgul tonight. But then on Saturday's stream, Captain Rex was talking about wanting to paint like a Mustang Scourge. And I talked about a really easy way, because he's just got his airbrush, right? And it's daunting when you just get an airbrush, because I often do really complicated stuff with the airbrush. So I thought to myself, what would be nice to do would be to try and do a Mustang Scourge myself. And Captain Rex has sent me pictures, and he's got a cool one with like fins at the back. And he's done a kind of different pattern to what I was thinking in my head, because I'm kind of going on the traditional twin white lines, whatever. But I'm just going to do this is a 2-hour paint job. I am going to finish this ship. I'm not going to go mad. I'm just going to try and keep this as kind of a basic use of your airbrush if you've just got one, with a couple of bits of edge highlighting. We're going to pick out the guns and the canopy, and we're going to do a ship in 2 hours. And I know you've all heard me say that, and I don't always pull it off, but I will tonight, because I know what I'm doing. Ford GT Le Mans style. Right, I'm not completely up on everything. I'm purely in my head. I've got a dark blue car with like some white stripes. That's what I'm going to do on this Scourge, and it's purely to show you how you can get some really easy effects with your airbrush without having to be like super practiced and have hundreds of hours of practice time in your airbrush. And my airbrush is maybe a step up from Captain Rex's, but you're going to be able to do these effects that I'm doing with anything from like an Iowata Neo, that sort of £80 airbrush range, a decent airbrush. Doesn't have to have the finest nozzle or anything like that. We're only basically going to be using 2 or 3 colours, and we're going to get a nice overall effect. I've even got an idea of a way of doing the canopy really easy, maybe to drop in some of the clear reds, just to see if we can do something easy, just to keep with like kind of like no disrespect, but like a little bit lower level that everyone can work, and then you can go from that level and then embellish it and make it more beautiful as time goes by. And this is a good kind of like learning show, right, for using your airbrush. Blue Galaxy, what's up, babe? I missed ya. Where have you been? You've been away I genuinely miss you people when you're not on my stream. Stream poll, will Rasta finish in 2 hours, yes or no? It's a yes. Rasta will. You'll see, because it's not quite 2 hours, because I'm going to talk for at least another 4 minutes. You know what I'm like. I still have plenty of Scourge to practice on. I found one. I knew I had another one unpainted. I got a massive box of X-Wing ships still in the packets. Wookiee Outrider! I'm glad you're here, bro, because you are in our top 5 tonight. Definitely. I think some of you guys would have a trouble knocking Wookiee Outrider out of the top 5. But it would be easy to knock the bottom number 4 and 5 are kind of, and then 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 in our donation already are quite close. So that information is available on Twitch. I don't actually know how you do that. I know how I can check it, but I don't know how you lot check it. But I'm sure you guys can help each other out. I cleared my down for food, among other things. Well, that sounds great. You might have to, if you've got any unwanted ships, I know a man that wouldn't mind those. And then what I'm going to do with this is when I've painted it, I'm going to give it away. I'm not going to give it away tonight, but I'm definitely giving it away next month. It's like a mid-month crazy. It's December. I'm going to give you a load of stuff in December, because I'm definitely having at least a week off, because it's Christmas and I need to have some family time. I love you all. I might put out a couple of pre-records while I'm away. One of my maybe one of my first shows that was only available to Patreon, where I'm really fat. Looks like I'm eating marshmallows, but I know, Blue. But yeah, I've got to do that. I've got to have a bit of family time. So I'll do a little bit of housekeeping quickly. If you haven't pushed our notifications button, please do, because then you'll know when we're going live. If you can sub us, please do. It really helps. And there's a stream goal at the top. If you can donate, I love you for that. It really helps to kind of keep my lights going and lets me invest. One of you lovely viewers has sent me some money, and we're going to be getting one of those Stream Deck things very soon. Okay, to make it even better. And we're going to just keep trying to do it. It is expensive, and It really helps. There's a thing that comes up. Anyway, this is free. If you want to, you can. If you don't have to. It's all good, right? Okay, a little social. So, Scarlouche.
Yeah.
Are you ready for our first transition, babes?
Yeah.
I need a split. I need the split. Go split, babe. Go split. Boom. Look how good she is. Look how good she is. Should we show everyone close-up cam?
Sure.
Go on, let's just show them close-up cam. What's happened? The close-up cam went a bit mad. I think Alex needs to change a few things there, but it's fine. So, all Rasta's gone full swank. Well, I haven't gone full swank. I just pulled my third camera out of the ceiling, and I've repositioned it. And Alex, honestly, he's a legend, man. He spent all day yesterday rewiring this place. I would be lost without that boy. He's at work tonight, being a valuable key worker. And he has been all the way through COVID. He doesn't get enough praise, and I can't really say it when he's here because it's just our way. I never tell him how much I love him, but shh, don't tell him. Right, so let's tell you what I'm doing. This is a skirg, everyone, or a scrug. I'm never sure what you call it. And all I've done is just standard at the moment. He's wicked, man. I love him to bits. I love him to bits. He definitely, I think of him like my son. That's all there is to it. I love him to bits. So, the standard Scourge, I haven't changed the peg. When I do give this away, I will put it on a magnet thing with a little ball so it all swivels and looks lovely. Yes, nanny bot for the win. I agree with you. And all my bots, you know, I'm a great believer in that no man is an army, and it's good to have people around you. It helps to in life in general. Right, so, standard Scourge. I haven't stripped the paint. I gave it a really light dust with a grey primer. Sorry, my compressor keep going off. A Halford's spray can primer. You could have put a primer on with an airbrush. I was just rushed for time today, so I did that. And then I put two kind of blue, so I used my standard electric blue just to put these two lines in, right? Because I'm going to do two white stripes roughly in this area. And then I'm going to do the whole thing blue, highlighted with the airbrush. Really, really easy, right? So let me get my gloves on and let me have a sip of my ginger beer. Because I've got a frog in my throat. Okay, and we are going to crack on. So, I would normally do like wolf grey and then white, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to go straight to white. Because you can get different tones with just a single colour through an airbrush, right? Because we've got that kind of like deeper blue underneath. The white's going to do great for us. So, well, not that white's a bit dead. This white. Okay. Let's turn that a little bit. That's it. Let's turn that a bit so you just don't see my bald patch. Right, so how are you all? Chuck up some chat, gives me something to talk back to you. Nanny bot's not here. A few spots of white, that's all we need. So really simple, and this is for Captain Rex's project. I am spraying out, what am I spraying at, Captain? I'm spraying through my... Oh, Jesus, my eyes are bad. Just over £20 of pressure, Captain. Oh, Captain Rex, I love you so much. Right, so I always test out on my hand just to make sure I've got paint. You can see I've got paint. So it's just over £20 of pressure I'm working at the moment. And now all I'm going to do is roughly in these areas, I'm just going to highlight up a little bit. And I know I'm going to end up masking those over, and then we're going to spray over the base coat, right? So the point with the airbrush is that you'll see. Watch what I'm doing. So it's all right to go over this area because we're not being neat. So I've done this bit and I've not hit the other side. And remember, I'm turning the model and angling the airbrush. That gives me the hit I want, right? Let me get my little brush for cleaning the tip of the needle. Dry tip's a real issue. So as you're painting, every 30 seconds or so, or every kind of pass, you just need to give it a little wipe over. Helps it to keep. Same again, you can see I'm starting. We'll do the same on this side. So all I'm attempting to do is get that white, but leave some of the blues, right? I'm going to do the same along here. So you can see we've already got a bit of kind of light and shade in that white and blue. I'm kind of happy there already. So you can go back in if you want to strengthen the white. On certain parts. Let's do a little bit more just at the front. Protect still has some broken toe brushes left. Matt, is it what it was? It could always be worse. You know, so I missed some. Managed to trap and have a deep need for some new brushes. Damn, I'm missing some of your chat. Managed to trap a nerve in the lower back because apparently I'm 35 going on 90, so I'm laid up in bed reading the Blood Bowl rulebook, but otherwise can't complain. Pi, if you want to message me after the show, mate, I will talk you through some simple stretching exercises that will alleviate that trapped nerve, because I have suffered with very bad back in the time, but you can cure it with very simple stretching techniques on your bed. Yeah, good boy, soldier on, and then we'll get you through it. No restocks till after Christmas. Kolinsky's shortage at the moment. Again, at the moment, you know, look at the moment. That's the white done. That's the white done. Scarlett, give us close up, can babe.
Okay.
Thank you. So simple washout for those of you new to your brushes. I've got a big pot of water that I clean my brushes in. I've got a squirty water bowl. Squirt into the cup. Get out your excess like that. Give it a good old scoosh round with an old brush. Oh, you're losing sound on close-up, Mike. That's weird. That's weird. Well, to be honest, close-up is really for things like Gazgul. My latest brush purchase was an Artist Opus Series S. Very happy with it indeed. Death Revived! Ahoy, my lovely Canadian friend. I love a Canadian. I do. I love the Canadians. They're very nice people. I like all the peoples of the world, if they're nice people. So, we're clean now. That's when you can blow through. If my airbrush wasn't a little bit stuck. That's better. Okay. So don't blow through dirty paint. Don't do it. Get it all clean. Get it all out of the cup before you blow through. Helps it to stop being clogged. Right, so that is the stripe colour done. And now we're going to just dry it off 100% because I need to mask up. I haven't for a while, but you should. You can also get one of these things. This is called a sharpener. I'll show you what it does. Just clean that off. So this is a very fine scale sharpening pad. I actually use it like this personally. And you just gently, you don't want to put too much pressure, you just gently go over your needle. Alright, and that takes off any kind of particle paint. I also have one of these, which is something you can invest in. This is called an Iwata. Well, it's made by Iwata, and it is a magnifier with a little light underneath. And you look at it like this for your eye, and you get your needle in there, and you can see if there's any imperfections or if your needle's bent. You wouldn't believe. Got to be careful with your needle tip, right? So if you drop your needle and you bend it, it's going to just not work properly. But this lets you clean up your needle, and yeah, it's always good to have a really good clean out of your airbrush. You know, at the end of your session, there's nothing wrong with that. And I have these things which go in and I scrub it all out, as well as a good airbrush cleaner. But if you are cleaning as you go, you are gonna overall encounter a lot less problems. That's what's really important, not blowing dirty paint through it. Right, so that's dry. And now what I'm gonna do, take my glasses off because I see a little bit better without them doing this. I'm gonna use some of this. Why has my camera gone so far forward? Let's come back a little bit this way. That's better. That's better. How do you avoid wasting paint? Honestly, Mark, I'm putting such a small amount of paint in, 3 or 4 drops. You want to use like dropper bottles when you're using an airbrush. You don't want to try and use a GW pot because then you're going to waste paint. Let me just... Oh, you're seeing my lap, everyone. Sorry, it's my dodgy camera setup. Let's get you back in shot. That's better. Right, so I'm looking to go, let's try and find a point on this. So it goes over that, completely over that. So I'm going to get a little tool like this. Let's lift that up a little bit. So this is just to make sure that that masking tape is neatly over the area I want it to go over. And straight down the back. Now what I'm going to do with this, because I don't want this to mask underneath, I'm going to run my knife along the edge of the model and just take off this bit underneath. Just get that off my finger. And I'm going to do the same at the front, following the curves of the ship. Nice sharp Swan Morton should just cut through this like butter. And again like this. So you see it's not underneath, it's just exactly where I want it. Now I'm going to match that again on the other side. Let's get rid of that bit because it's got a bit of a crease in it. Okay, and let's try again. So like I've found like little points on the model. You can see like there's these 2 little holes that I'm using, and I don't want to go over this bit. I want to cover up this next lump on this side, so that way you can kind of mirror where you're putting the tape. We're going to about there on the front. Okay. Okay, that's gone a bit weird, that side. Okay, let's try that again. take a little bit of fettling to get this right. Just bear with me. Perfect, that's better. I do believe, Captain Rex, as well, that you may have just put yourself in the top 5 with that donation. I shall tell you all as we get closer to the time. So remember, we're going till 8 o'clock tonight. Top 5 donators over the month. I'm pretty sure Captain Rex is in the top 5 now with that donation.
Wait, you're ending it at 8?
No, I'm ending the donations at 8.
Okay.
So that's given me my 2 lines, right? Front and back. Okay, so now I'm going to base coat the whole model. And I'm going to go with a pretty strong blue. In fact, I'm going to mix a blue. I'm going to use some Imperial Blue and some Ultramarine. And I'm going to use one of my little cups, if I can find them. Where are my little cups gone? There they are, hiding behind my water pot. Matty! Evening, Rasta. How's you? I'm good, thank you very much. Right, so little mixing pot or a shot glass, plastic shot glass. So Game Air, Imperial Blue. Probably about 50-50. Maybe a little bit more. I'm doing this just so that we get a nice kind of deep tone. So we've got quite a bit to play up with. Shall I put a bit more Imperial Blue? I think I'm going to put a little bit more Imperial Blue in there. A little bit darker than that. That sort of colour I'm going to go for. And then I'll just work through. Where's my brush? So I'm going to regret mixing now because I bet you I've not mixed enough. Does that look enough for a base coat? Della Pina, what are you doing? Yeah, Alex has got loads and loads of them for some reason. He gave me about 1 million the other day. Let's get some of that paint out of there because I think I'm going to need it. Let's get as much of that paint out as possible. Even like your cheap stores, your B&Ms. Richie C, I love you, bro. Okay, let's try that. So this is just your overall base coat. Let's mind some of the schmuckers. Have you noticed I've not called it a little sucker yet? That's only. No, I don't think you are, Captain. I'll tell you where we're at. I'll tell you where we're at. Baby, where's the cursor gone? Oh, thank you, sweetheart. You're so much better at computers than Daddy. Okay, 2 seconds. It's coming. I'll find it. Okay, so our current top 5 are, in first place, going down. We have Ulfric, Archnin, Richie C, Wookiee Outrider, and Captain Rex. In 6 is Birchie, or Birch B, Bagheeta, Gold Squadron Podcast, Shazbot, Tavern Wars, Terminator, and Rattler in that order. You can find that on Twitch. So you are in there. Richie was already in the top 5. He's just secured his position. So same pressure, just base coating the whole thing. Okay, let's just get the underneath done. Nice and simple underneath. Just gonna have a clean of my needle. I can hear it spitting, going pop, 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 pop. You can hear that. Yeah, just securing his position. He does. He read my mind. Who doesn't want Christmas baby Yoda? I just noticed something.
What?
Oh, it's not for you, baby. I just noticed I got a little hair there. So these, sometimes you get these tiny little hairs. So when they paint these, they put like a wash on and they're rubbed over with a cloth. So that happens sometimes. That's all right. Fix that. Easy peasy. We're nearly done with this stage. I'm going to make Mr. Stander eat his words today. I'm definitely going to get this done in time. 33 minutes and I've already done the 2 white stripes and I'm onto my base coat. So let me clean that out while that dries. I need that to dry and then we're going to start highlighting straight away with the airbrush. Same again. Give it a good splooge. Skaloosh.
Yeah.
I need you to do a mini bot job.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. I shall give you instructions as soon as I've done this. Baby, here, take this and just tip some out outside, like half of it. Careful you don't spill it on yourself.
Yeah. Half of it.
Yeah, you know, just leave half of the amount of water in there. Thank you, Princess. I don't go blue enough for the highlights, so that doesn't show, but I did get some canopy stars yesterday that I'm happy with. 5-0 brush helped. Yeah, Richie, Christmas Grogu. I don't know if you were here on Saturday. I can't remember who was here on Saturday, but we had a massive Mandalorian chat. For those of you in the chat, please be aware that this is a spoiler zone. There's lots of spoilers. If you haven't seen it, I'm really sorry. Just cover your ears because we can't stop talking about it. Yeah, Captain Rex made a point that Aleku was a little bit short. I'm going to take his word for it. I can't remember Series 7. They probably were a tiny bit, but not enough for me to get upset about. She was... Just that whole episode was like Star Wars perfection, man. Filoni and Favreau... Just like, why don't we just make them Prime Minister and President of the world and just make Star Wars and everyone would be happy? And this is the part where things went wrong for me. Happy accidents. Nothing's going to go wrong now, Captain Rex. So we're going to go straight up to ultramarine blue, which was the colour that we mixed, right? Well, 50-50. See, Mark, look, just 4 drops of paint. So you don't end up wasting hardly any paint, or if you do, it's so small. So that being the case, Rosario was perfect. They were short because they took creative license. They weren't looking for long because they got in the way of the action sequences. Okay, that's nice to know. That is very nice to know. You see? Captain Rex is an aficionado of Ahsoka. I know he is. He loves her. He loves all things Star Wars. He's like a living encyclopedia. But Pi just reads a lot of other stuff. Right, so I'm going to start putting a really quick set of highlights with this blue. We have a live action follow-up to Rebels. Friday's episode was a prequel to the end of Rebels when Ahsoka shows up. I actually think Friday's episode was in between where Ahsoka turns up at the end of Rebels. So I kind of agree with you completely. Let me just do that again. I've got to get some better tape for my camera. Okay. So let's do something simple here. I'm quite a distance. So I'm spraying just over the front height. I'm not trying to get in all the gaps. Turning my model. Catching that wing. That little tip of the wing, right? Again, catching the tip of the wing. From the top edge of the wings. Little bit on the back. Move on. This side. So starting from this edge, in. Watch. Then I'm going to do just a bit here. A little bit over the front. So I've left a little bit of darker blue on this edge. Really simple. And we're going to build this up as we go through the blues. If your airbrush is clean, it should give you quite a decent line. Can you see the lighter blue still leaving the darker blue, right? This is all about you learning control of this trigger. So you can push down for full air, but then pulling back releases your paint. So don't pull back all the way. Just pull back little bits and you play with that. And then you also play with your distance. Okay, so that's the first little blues. I'm going to do the underneath now. Let's take it off this stand. Actually, my big thought is if Grogu reaches out with the Force, will Ezra? I really want Ezra to answer the call because Archnin, we were like, who else is there? Like, we know Luke's about, we know Leia's about, but that's it, right? Apart from that and Ezra, there's no other confirmed Jedi that we know of, is there? Or am I missing something? So underneath, I'm going to just hit this circle. And you see what I'm doing with my brush? I'm making that circle action. Starting in the middle, making the circle action. Stop. Outside. So I painted round and left a bit of the dark round the circle. Okay, simple. Again. And again. Okay, centre. Got this large area, so let's start at the back here. Tilting my brush and I get that fade, right? Still keeping the same angle, so going like this with my brush. From the front, catching the front edge and moving on. And then the tilt of the brush gives you the fade. Let's clean the needle off. Hey, baby girl. Hi, Lady B. Hi, how about you? What did he what? Did he what? I don't know what that was. I missed it. Right, these two bits, I'm going to get a bit closer. Oh, Blue Galaxy, thank you so much. And just hit the top of those two. Okay, and then I'm just catching those little engine bits at the back. So we've got some sort of light and dark starting to build, right? Really simple fades with the airbrush. Now we're going to step up the colour and we're going to start to do a bit less. So let me clean my brush again. I know it's a little bit of a boring process, but if you think about how much we painted. Oh, thank you, Blue Galaxy. Thank you a lot. If you think about how much we've painted, how quickly we've painted it, this is really not a problem having to clean your brush out every colour change. And it only takes a second. You don't have to strip your brush down. You don't have to spend ages and ages doing this. Just make sure you get in there, round that needle, get all that, pour it out, nice and clean. Give it a blow. Mine's a bit sticky because I use it a lot. Okay. Let's put that over there. Clean the needle again. Right. That's what we got blues. We've got... Do you know, today I was about to do the blue and I nearly painted it alien purple. This is my colour blindness. Those two colours look identical to me. They're the same colour. And it was only when I read alien purple and I was like, that's not blue. It might have been interesting doing purple lines, but I don't know. Bearing in mind, Luke is still young in the timeline and Sebastian Stan looks like just like him. It's not beyond the realms possible. Yeah, no, Luke's not that young, is he? I mean, it's after Return of the Jedi. I know what you mean. He's young compared to old man Luke now, but we could. I don't want it to be Luke, though. That's too easy. Okay, my brush is being a bit sticky. I do need to have a big strip down. Actually, she's not seen, heard of after episode 1. She could be Grogu's mum. Stupid theory, but you never know. She could be. But that would make her like a loose Jedi, right? Because you're not meant to have attachment. So she just father a child with no care. So what we got magic blue and I've got electric blue as my next two stages. Is magic blue enough of a jump? Yeah, well, do you know what? Let's try it. Let's try magic blue. Let's see what happens. Can't hurt, can it? Bit of magic. Magic. Let's just do 2 spots. Even less paint. It is a bit lighter. Okay, so a little bit more controlled now, nothing major. So get your thumb in. It lets me see when the paint's coming. So I'm just catching that front edge. Then I'm going to go above it. And I'm going to work over the canopy. Can you see that? Because I go down, it doesn't catch the front. So you still get these darker lines. So now on the top, be a tiny bit more controlled. So this is how you can start pulling panels out. So I'm going to do this back bit at the engine first. Right on the edge. That's all I'm doing. Then here in the centre, on this line, Thank you, baby. That may have changed things in the top 5 standings. So you guys have got 13 minutes. Shall I give you an update? Shall I give you an update? I'm going to give you an update. Get me up the dashboard.
Yeah, I know.
It's hiding there somewhere.
Is it that?
Yes. How did you do that?
Oh, no, wait. Oh, God, no. Look,
What?
when we do
Oh,
that.
no, don't do that. But I don't think that affects them.
Yeah.
Just click it up. And it doesn't affect them.
There you go, look.
Okay, so at the moment... No. Oh, it hasn't. We need to refresh. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's changed things. We've now got Ulfric, Archnim, Richie C, Wookiee Outrider and Bircha. She's just pushed you out, Captain. I'm sorry. Alan Barlow, hello, mate. Right, so can you see? We've got some lights and darks. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I don't know if I want to do a bit on there. I don't know if I'm going to. I'm going to leave that a little bit darker. I'll leave that a bit darker. So, edge. I'm going to catch this edge. And catch this edge. And I'm going to blow this bit at the front. Again, top down. Wookie, I love you, man. Thank you. Everyone's securing their positions for the Grogu giveaway. Now he's got a name. So what you can do as well, right, if you guys struggle with a bit of control, so for example, you could just put a bit of tape against that edge, right, and then spray the lighter colour, lift it, and you'll get the guaranteed dark. We're trying to do this with none of that. I don't want to do that on this. I want to keep this really simple and free-flowing. I'm just going to catch the top of those. We've got a little bit more paint out there than I was hoping for, but that's fine. Top of the wings, right, underneath. I'm not going too mad underneath. Kind of happy with that. Got some nice lights and darks. It is the underneath, so let's not go mad. One last colour change, and that's going to be the blues. We're going to do one more colour change, and then we're going to be done with the airbrush. And then when I unmask, you'll see two lovely kind of bluey white lines. It will start to look like something. We're going to pick out a couple of bits of detail. We're going to do a couple of bits of edge highlighting, maybe a couple of streaks. and we're going to be done. And Mr. Stander's going to have to eat his hat. Is Quinlan Voss still alive? I thought he was dead, Richie C. This Terminator. Oh, I love you, dude. Thank you, mate. I'm not completely sure how I feel about a new character, purely because I'm so itchy for Ezra to turn up. You know? So itchy for Ezra to turn up. Come on, stop being sticky brush. Okay. He's alive at the end of the Ventress novel. Yeah, but wasn't he dead? You know, in season 6 of Clone Wars, when Yoda goes on Yoda's little training mission thing, isn't Quinlan Voss one of the Jedi that he sees dying? Or, you know, I don't know. I might be getting confused. Damn, why are we so tight here today? I do need to strip down my brush. It's being okay. That'll do. I only need to do one more colour. I do need to have a big breakdown of my brush. So this is electric blue. This is very light blue. So we've got to be careful now, or we're going to go mad. I might even do what I said that I wasn't going to do and use a bit of tape. Okay, so let's just catch a few edges. What time we got? 6 minutes, and then I'm calling it on the donations. So I'm almost edge highlighting on some of this with this. Clean off my needle. Look how much schmuckus. Can you see? Give me close up cam, Scarly. So you could see how much rubbish was on the tip of my brush. A little bit underneath. Don't need to go too mad. Okay, I think I'm going to call that airbrushed. Let's give that a dry. Do I want a little bit at the back? Yeah, I want a little bit at the back. Okay, I'll show you over prawn. Captain Rex is a legend. He's a legend. There we go. We've got two nice racing white stripes. We've still got some of that blue coming through. Right, we've got the bit of interest in the blue, and now we're going to make it pop. Right, we're going to make it pop with a brush. So let's start picking out some details and make this come to life, and then a few little bits of edge highlighting with my favourite colour in the world, Wolf Grey. Of course, wouldn't be a show without Wolf Grey. This stream is sponsored, powered, and run by Wolf Grey. You can buy Wolf Grey, well, nowhere at the moment, to be honest, because paint is at an all-time shortage. Oh, I like that. Orange on your chat. I can see what you're saying now. So let's... What should we do? What should we do? Should we do... with a little wash? Yeah, right. Let's get some silver. I'm just going to make up silver and some black. That's black. Some black. Let's get a fairly decent sized brush. I don't want to darken this too much because I'm going to put a wash over it, so I still want a pretty strong silver. And let's start just quickly pulling out some gun detail. Okay, everyone, that is it with the donations for tonight. So, our current 5, Scarlett, get me that thing up again, darling, and refresh it like we did last time while I do this. Do you want to read out, have you refreshed it?
Yeah, I'll read them.
Do you want to read the top 5, starting at number 1?
Yes.
Okay, number 1.
Ulfric.
Number 2.
Archnin.
Number 3.
Wookie.
Number 4.
Rich.
Number 5.
Big Eater.
Okay, that's your top 5 for this month. Thank you so much for everyone for donating throughout the stream. I shall draw the prize in a little while. I've got a new way of doing it now as well, because I didn't like the bits of paper. I thought they were just a bit stupid. So now I've got... I've got 5 target locks, numbered 1 to 5. If you're number 1, that's Ulfric, etc., etc. And we're going to put them in a bag. Scarlett's going to pick out one of those, and that will be who gets Christmas Grogu. Okay, let's get some silvers, pick out some details. Really simple paint job this is going to be, but still utilising your airbrush. Any of you that have had any experience with painting will know how hard blue is, just to get any kind of fade on it without looking like loads and loads of brush marks. Let's mix up a little bit more as I'm running out. We're going to go over this front panel. I want that to actually go into the gaps. Give it some chrome, baby. Same again on this side. I'm thinking we're going to do like a red canopy as well to give a bit of spot colour. No stars in this one, I'm afraid. No need for stars. Trying to keep it at something you could hopefully all watch this back, follow along and do exactly the same thing at home. But we are now looking for nice little interesting bits of detail to pull out. Take your time, you don't want to overpaint. Let's pick out a couple of bits like these. I'm going to pull these out. Like these on both sides. So you don't want to make a mess now because touching in would be hard. There's also, should we just fill that with silver? I think we're going to fill this bit with silver. And we're going to put a little wash in all these in a minute. I'm going to do a mix wash as well of black and blue, which I have grown very fond of. And then we'll put a slightly different wash over the exhaust. Let's get some exhaust. I'm sorry if I'm missing your chat as well. If I'm not responding to anything you're saying, because I am trying to make Mr. Paul Stander eat his hat, because he said I can't do it, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go in there as well. Probably just gonna put some yellow in there at the end, so this silver will help, because going over the blue with yellow I'm gonna need like a million coats. A little bit more. What are you drawing, Scarlett?
Nothing. Should I?
Yeah, everyone likes the Scarlett drawing. Draw Baby Yoda.
No.
Why? Draw Baby Yoda. Do it. Draw him right now. Okay, we've got these few bits at the back, same as at the front. Add. We are motoring tonight. I'm like painting as fast as a GT40 actually goes. In a straight line, of course, because they don't go around corners. Been a while since I painted an X-Wing ship, isn't it? Been a while. And I've got to admit, quite enjoying this one. I think I burnt myself out a bit with the old X-Wing theme painting. And I needed a break, but I also needed a break from Gazgul because he's such a big project that sometimes it's good to take a step away. Gives you a bit of a fresh set of eyes when you go back to it. Okay. Start to get some silvers on. You see, it's already starting to lift just by putting a little bit of colour. And underneath, there's not too much to pull out. It is underneath. Let's pull out these landing areas, these kind of landing skids. There's not going to be much under here that's going to be silver, but a little bit. And of course, if you're just gaming and you're not too fussed about the underneath, you don't have to do the underneath. I personally think you should be shot for not doing the underneath, but hey, it's your hobby. You do what makes you happy. I think I'll try and catch these two little grill parts as well. Oh, I went out a little bit then. That's naughty. Let's get my magic cotton bud. Always good to have these about. Little Q-tip cotton bud, just in case of a mistake. Okay. Any more for any more, Mr. Delapina? Let's just catch these couple of little pipes. Just because they're there. Okay. Ah, yeah, and these bits. I forgot about these bits. Thank you, Captain. I hope it was like, and you can like go back and rewind, but really simple at first, Captain. That's what you want to try and do. You don't want to try and go super mad. You can see we've got some nice, you get what I mean. We've got some nice, I might even, wondering whether I should pull the canopy out. Shall I pull the canopy out? In silver. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Because I'm going to go over the actual glass areas with a clear red. Right, so steady hand. I might hold my breath. Sounds like some proper drawing going on. Is there a theme to your drawing?
No, you told me to do Baby Yoda, so I'm drawing Baby Yoda.
Okay, awesome. Okay. That is all we need to do. Tavern Wars! That is all we need to do to get our kind of spot colours on for the time being. So I'm going to do one thing. A little bit of an embellishment, right? So I'm going to go with my electric blue. And I'm going to thin it right down with a thin brush. Can you see how thin that is? Like, that's paint. This is like a wash now. And I am just going to pop that in a couple of these lines over this white, just to reinforce that shadow on the panel line. Not over much. Nice and light. Bit more water up. Happy days. It's just pulled out those panel lines a little bit, but subtly. We can wash that tiny bit on that flat and that, just to give that impression. Okay. Okay, while that silver's drying, or I'll just dry it like that. So let's make a mix for a wash now, right? Where are we at? 17. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. So I've got some Nuln Oil. Let's pour some Nuln Oil. I hate these pots. They always spill. Nuln Oil. I've got some blue ink. 2 spots. Let's get a wash brush. This looks good. So really dark black blue. Is that blue enough? Don't want it more. One more spot of blue. Just to give that steely, right? Just to give that steely blue in your black instead of just black, because that can just mute things off too much. And it works with the tones that we're using on this, but I really like the blue black. Really simple. Be neat. Okay. Okay. Over the guns, and then these 2 little recesses I'm going to pull that into. Tiny bit over these embellishments, just want to catch the edge, like just so you get a little line. Go too mad. You can also use a smaller brush if you're struggling. I do like a bigger brush personally. I'm going to put a bit of that in there, a bit of that in there. Get onto these engines. I'm not going to go into the hole. I'm just going around the outside because I want to paint some yellow in the hole. Catching these 2, just to put a little bit of a dark, I don't know what they are, but I like them. Let's get those guns. Like if you wanted to go mad, you could pin wash this whole model through all the panel lines. I'm not trying to go mad on this. I'm trying to keep it kind of at a simpler level. But we could go over and we could spend a lot longer and we could pin wash this whole model. that's something you guys could do. It'd be kind of cool if one of you or two of you or 10 of you actually tried to do this and sent us some pictures of what your results were. Same colours, or you know, change the blue for red, change the white stripe for a yellow one. All the same principle. Okay, and then a little bit over this canopy. Just going to go back over the engines at the back. I want them a little bit darker than they've come out. I have only Scrug and it's already painted as the Punisher. Well, any ship, Mark. It doesn't have to just be the Scrug. I'm sure there's plenty of ships this would work. Should we just pop out those? Just dropping a bit in those 3 little air vents. Okay. I'm going to let that dry off. I might put a little bit more on these guns in a second. Vader was a pinwash tonight. Okay, so let's do, while that's drying, let's do a little embellishment with an edge highlight. I've got to get it out, right? I've got to get it out. Where is it? There it is. I have a fluorescent yellow Scrug and a fluorescent orange one. I need to get them finished. Get them finished, guys. Get some of your painting projects finished and send us some photos. And I won't promise I'll do it every week, but I definitely want to do the odd week where I do a little segment and do like a gallery segment. I might even get some like non-licensed music and do a proper Tony Hart from the 80s. And today on the gallery. And I'll give a prize to the best one or something. We'll let Scarlett pick whatever her favourite is. So a little watered down. So now this is optional, right? We're going to do the canopy and we'll do a little embellishment on the guns in a sec. But this is really optional. So all we want to do is just pick a couple of edges. We're not looking to do this all. We're just looking to pick a couple of edges out. Nice brush, nice and thin. We'll start making things pop out a little bit. See what that's starting to do already? Just really simple. If you pick the right panels and you don't go too mad with edging, you can do some really cool stuff really simply. Okay, I didn't like that. It's a bit too heavy. I'm also going to do, look, watch this. Just a couple of like streaks. Think about where your streaks go, right? You don't want it all over the whole thing. but just like where it's going to really catch it. Just do a bit up this side as well, just to pick out these nice front panels. Thank you, Blue Galaxy. It just like, once you start putting little embellishment highlights, you don't need to have gone like super accurate with the airbrush. Little bit on that. Just bring it round. Bring it round. Just to lift that. Okay, that's enough. And then just this front panel. Look at me painting like a maniac. Thank you, Ulfric. I'm going so quick tonight. I can paint fast when I want. Who knew? So just using the edges of the model, right? Just a few little bits. Where we at? Where we at? I've got half an hour left. What the hell? This is great. I might paint another one. Let's find some bits that need it. Definitely. These like severe edges are where you want to catch your edge highlights. They just lift the whole highlight out. Where we've been putting that last highlight is a good example of where you want to go with these. Like the places you want to put these highlights. A little bit on the back, hardly anything. It is, isn't it? Raster speed paint. It's only been like 5 years I've been streaming. I finally do a speed paint. I should have a couple. Afrikaika. Beer like that. I just spoke Dutch, everyone, because I'm multilingual. Yeah, I can speak Italian and French. Badly, but I can. Sorry, I was off camera then. Maybe here. Same on this side. Let's see. Must let the paint flow. It's a really big thing with this. You don't want it like water or water, but you don't want it too thick, otherwise your edge highlights will be a little bit heavy and they won't quite look right. I think we're getting there now with this. No, I didn't like that. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Don't know if I really want to do underneath too much with this. Just a couple of bits maybe. Drying up again, a bit more water. Saying Aristotle doesn't mean you can speak ancient Greek. No, it doesn't, and I can't speak ancient Greek, Mark, but I can speak Italian and some French, and now a smattering of Dutch. I did actually go to school to learn Dutch when I lived in Holland like 25 years ago, but I have forgot a lot of it. But my beautiful girlfriend is teaching me how to speak Dutch properly. Basically, what you do if you want to speak Dutch is you speak English, and at the end of each word you just go you have to stick your tongue out as well. We established that last night in a conversation. That's right, innit, B? She's going to get very upset now.
Why?
She's not really, babe. That's a joke. She's laughing, see? I don't want to do too much underneath, I've got to be honest. I don't think it needs too much. It's not going to be seen very much. A couple of bits don't hurt though. A couple of my little scratches, because I like those. Yeah, I'm alright with that. I'm alright with that for underneath. I'm alright with that for on top, I think, as well. Pretty happy. Actually, not quite. Just this little bit needs a little bit here. Just to go around this little hatch. Okay, so next bit. I'm going to go back to my ink with this brush, and I'm just on these guns, right? So they've got like this line here, this lip. A bit too much. Just a couple of bits to put out where like the barrels are. Just to darken off those, just to define them a bit. Same on these. Tiny bit on the bottom here, tiny line on the bottom here, just reinforcing certain lines. Okay. Moving on. Okay, let's do some clear red on a canopy. Let's see what happens there as a bit of an experiment. Never done this. This might go wrong. Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be a bit. It's like, and I am purely painting this on a basis of speed. So you guys don't have to rush through something like this as quick as I have. Like I might be inclined to put a couple of streaks in the white. I might do that. So this is Citadel Air Angron Clear Red. You're not meant to brush paint this, but I'm going to give it a go. And I'm trying to, let's get some of that away from there and on here, so I can roll my brush and get a point. I'm trying to just fill the actual, see, come on. It does have a habit of splitting when you paint it. I'm just trying to fill the glass and not go over the metal canopy. So I'm almost using this like a varnish. I'm putting it on in like little puddles. If you know what I mean, I hope you know what I mean. Like let it feed off the tip of your brush the way I would if I was just varnishing this. So you're not looking for brush strokes, you're looking for like a neat little reservoir holding the paint. So that looks quite cool already, right? Because you've got like that metallic underneath. You always need to paint this over silver, these clears. Let's just take a little bit of that off because this bit's going to be a bit tricky, this back bit. Okay. Bingo bango. A little bit there. There was a comment then. The purple version of that paint that people use to paint Emperor's children sometimes is lovely. Right, I'm going for lunch. We'll watch the rest later back. Have an awesome evening. I'll catch you tomorrow. Archnin, you do need to check back because I do believe you're in the top 5, my friend. In fact, Archnin, stay where you are. I'm going to draw it now. Scarlett.
Yeah.
Let's do this. This is the end of month art giveaway for Christmas Grogu. Christmas Grogu, candy cane, amazing. Okay, everyone, pull it, pull it. What number?
4.
Number 4. Who's number 4? You got to pull up the thing. Who's number 4? Richie C! I'm sorry, Archnin, you can go for lunch now. Richie C, well done, man. Richie C won Christmas Grogu. Thank you, everyone, for donating this month. I think you'll all agree it was a pretty damn awesome prize. I will try and get some photos of that before Richie C comes and gets it. You better come get it, Richie C, because I've got some Lego here for you too. Yeah, congrats. And thank you again, everyone that donated this month.
Look what he said.
What did he say?
Look.
No, just read it, baby.
I can't read that.
You can. Is it rude?
No, we just don't know how to say it.
Hey! That's how you say that, baby. Come on. It's a northern thing, isn't it? You know they don't talk proper like what we do. Well done, Rich. Sorry, Archnin, for holding you off from your lunch.
Oh, Birgitta said she was jealous.
Yeah, Birgitta well wanted that. Sorry, baby. I'll have to get you one of them big ones and paint you one, sweetheart, for Christmas. Oh, if anyone ever watched the stream where I painted Big Baby Maul, he's going to be up for sale soon. So keep your eyes peeled on my painting page. It's time for him to go to a new home. He's been in my cabinet now. I've enjoyed him. It's time for someone else to enjoy him. That's quite cool, huh? That Angron red on it. That worked really well, really easy. Yeah, it pops a treat against the blue. It really does. Okay, let's let that dry and let's do a bit of yellow. Ooh, a bit of yellow in the engine. I've got some yellow here somewhere. I've got some gold yellow. Let's do some gold yellow. How long have we got? I've got 18 minutes. I might paint a second one. I've done that joke. Don't do it again, George. Okay, so I'm just going to fill up in here. We will come back and do a tiny bit more in there. A little bit lighter yellow in a second. But we need to let that dry because there's quite a bit of paint in there. Let's get that right in the oil. Okay, and then just come on the edge, right, of the engine like that with this yellow. Just to give it a little bit of a wash out of colour. A little bit of a glue. So we've had let the paint flow. Now this is let the paint glow. Such a bad joke. It was brought to you courtesy of Paul Stander. Because he hasn't done one of his terrible jokes, which is good. Which is good. Okay. Okay. So let's just leave that to dry for a minute and we'll get some white yellow right in there and it will look better. And now I just want to go back to the guns and make them look a bit better than they do. Where's my silver? I'm still putting a bit of the black back. Get some water. Make it nice and thin. And now I'm just going to just go on these front barrels. Not all the way, you can see what I'm doing. Starting at the front and then just feathering it off. Turn it over, get the bottom. Same on these. Touch those up a little bit. Add a bit more silver, a little bit brighter just to pop out a couple of little bits. Even though we've washed them back, we can still highlight a few edges just to make things pop. I'm going to go back over these with that slightly higher silver right on the tips. A little bit just there. This is really kind of like finishing touches now. We're close to being done. I really like the angle on red on the canopy. Really, really like it. I don't think I need any more. Maybe a little bit. A little just to catch. Right. A little bit here. Almost like a wet brush, dry brush sort of thing. I think I'm gonna, I know this is a bit weird. Yeah, well, just message me and we'll do something where we all wear like plastic sheets or something, Rich. I think I'm gonna just see the tips of the guns. I'm just gonna go over them with red. Because it's already silver. I just think they look a bit boring. And I do like the red spot colour. Maybe makes them look like they're pew-pewing. Yeah, I'm alright with the reds on the tips. I like that. Little red tip. And then, let me just, how long we got? 12 minutes. I'm going to go mad. I'm going to freehand paint a naked lady now. I want some ultramarine blue and a little bit of imperial blue. I'm going to try something. I might ruin the whole model now. Right at the end.
What was that?
I don't know. Don't worry about it. You're in here with me, baby. Anyone comes through that door that's not Alex, they're a dead man. Yeah, I've got to get. I'm letting the yellow still wet, Captain. I just got a hankering for a little blue streak. Just a couple of little weather patches. But I'm going to use this darker blue on the white. Maybe the odd little scratch and chip. And then obviously we need some right at the front. Oh, sorry, completely off screen. Sorry, Mark. That's my bad. One love, baby. I love that she says that. See, sometimes when you bring like the dark colour onto a light like that, it has the same effect as the edge highlighting, but obviously with the other side. Now look at that. Look what that little bit of embellishment did for the model. I like that a lot. I'm going to go over a couple of little flat edges. bit more water. I don't think I pulled off a Bob Ross at all, where I've just painted a shed and ruined it. I'm pretty happy. Yeah, I probably would use a Vallejo mat, or you can use the rattle cans that I use when I do my dial covers. But a Vallejo mat would work really well put through the airbrush. That looks great, huh? With those little specks and chips. A little bit more here. I'm really happy with how this has come out so far. Okay, let's just go to the engines. Let's clean my brush. How long we got? 7 minutes. And he said I couldn't do it. I just need to put a little bit more here. It takes a weekend to dry, Pie. I agree with you. I don't know what that's about. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It takes so much longer than other paints to dry. But in the interest of the stream, I am going to try and just cheat a bit. Where's my white? So trying to keep like right on the internal. So you get that stronger yellow on the inside. I would ideally like a little bit longer for that to dry, but you're getting the idea, right? And then this will be tricky. Just get it in there. Come on, baby. Yeah, baby. Okay. Simple level, bit of a afterglow, the brighter in the inside. Five minutes left. Right, I'm pretty much sure we're done. I'm done. I did it. And remember, I spent 15 minutes talking, so this is a 1 hour 45-minute raster paint job. Booyaka chuck. No, I know you didn't, but I took it as like a, you can't do it. And it was the motivation I needed, Paul. I needed it. I needed a pull poke. Right, let's just give it a dry off. Scarly, should we try? Should we have a look? Should we have a look? Let's show you it here. All right, it looks pretty cool here. I'm kind of scared of showing it under close-up cam because it might look terrible. Okay, give us close-up cam, babes. So Captain Rex, and for those of you watching the stream, fairly new to using an airbrush, rein it back with your like what you're trying to achieve at first. Don't think you can do the whole model in one hit. Don't be trying to super mask everything off at first. Just learn it, get a bit of a feel, right? And then you can see how the airbrush has made. It's the finishing touches is what made it goes pop, right? But these under shading, this kind of subtle from dark to light blue, the same that's going on the white stripe, really adds something, and it's really easy to achieve with your airbrush really quickly, right? So tone yourselves back a little bit and kind of try and make it a simpler project, and then kind of work with your traditional brushes and your traditional methods, and somewhere in between you're going to find your happy balance, and you're going to learn about your tool, right? It's all about the tool. It's all about learning about your airbrush, and the more you practice, the more you'll get. The bigger the ship, the bigger area. You can also try this just on pieces of card, pieces of plastic, to just learn. It's all about that control and the pull, the little tips of cleaning out, washing through, going through your colour stages, making sure your needle's clean. Like I've got to do, wash your brush out, clean it out. Mine needs a really good going. But yeah, especially with really hard colours like blue, yellow, whites even, you get these lovely fades, these lovely gradients, that to do that with a brush, I can't do it. I've been painting my whole life, and you can't get those. You can see when you put light blue against any blue how harsh it is, just with the edge highlights. Well, I did it. I'll say it again. I did it. I'm well chuffed with myself. I'm probably going to go and have a little dance around the garden. It was so good. I did it. I'm going to give that away to someone next month. Okay, I'm going to put a magnet. I'm going to get it varnished, and one of you guys can have that. Okay. I'll work out how I'm going to do it. I want to give you loads of stuff next month to say thank you for your support over the year. And read my messenger, please. I will. I'll tell you what. We'll talk, pups, because it's you now. Like, we just want to give it to you because I love you. I love you so much. So really, right? So like, I did this for Captain Rex because Captain Rex is always in my stream, and I do love you guys, and I really love doing these streams, and I don't want to stop doing them. They're a big part of my life. They're a big, especially since COVID's happened, right? It's a big social thing. So as much as I'm a really confident out there person, I need to interact with people to be happy, and this is my way of doing that. I very much enjoy teaching what I know. I am an artist. It's what drives my life. So to have this forum and this medium makes me very, very happy. So if there's any specific things you guys got a great little project like that I might be able to help you out with, let me know. I can't always do them. I am back to taking commission work again. I can't do as much as I used to, of course, because I'm full-time daddy bot. But I have been taking commission work. I'm doing a Custodes army for someone. I've just painted a Legion army. So if you are interested in little bits, hit me up. And I do offer like slightly lower standards now, because before it was always like Golden Demon level standard, and I understand it's quite hard sometimes to afford that. But yeah, hit me up, Captain Rex. I'll talk to you after the stream. Thank you so much for your generosity tonight. Lee, I did a thing that was quick. Lee. I might do some more of these, and we'll get them up on the website maybe to sell. But yes, Richie C, you amazing young man, you have won the child. Okay. I'm going to be back tomorrow night doing, I don't know now, I really enjoyed this, might do another one of these. Not even a dry brush. Sorry, not talkative at the moment, but still here watching you, bro. Oh, I love you, dude. It's okay. Maybe you should give me a call, bro, because I miss you. Okay. Maybe give me a call tomorrow, because I'm going to be standing in the cold waiting for my car to be fixed all day long in the middle of nowhere because I can't get back. But anyway, that's this month's. I'm going to carry on with Gazgul, the amazing. In fact, Skylouche. Give me close-up cam. I want to test close-up cam out on Gazgul. I'm sorry there's no sound on close-up. Okay, I was basically saying that's what close-up cam's for, so you guys can see this and you guys can see that. I will get the incredible Mr. Nannybot to sort that out for me tomorrow. I don't know why that's doing that. That's a bit weird. Maybe it's close-up cam. I don't know. I'm not going to touch nothing because I'm going to break it. That's the truth. I'm going to break it if I touch it. So, we will be back tomorrow at 7.
I want to see my drawing.
Oh, I do want... Did you really do that?
Yeah.
Are you ready? She's chip off the old block, man. She's a chip off the old block. So this is Scarlet's Grogu. And your little cam is reversed. My little cam? What little cam? This one? Which one? I don't know what you mean. What do you mean little cam? Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, man. How cool is that? It's for sale right now. £1 million. That's so good. The one in the corner. I'm not sure I understand what you mean.
He means the face cam.
Ah, it's reversed. As in... Reversed? What have we done?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'll get Alex to sort it out. Yeah, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. God, Captain. It's cooler. It's cooler. So all the bots draw in the background while the Rasta paints in the foreground. This is the home of art and craft. Respect. Give me a fist bump. Say hi to everyone. No, just say hi. Come on. Yeah, they all love you. Right. Look at the name on the games. It's mirrored. Ah, okay. I'll get Alex to sort it. Honestly, he spent bloody ages yesterday trying to sort it out. So, bless his little cotton socks. These are things that we're going to work through. We're definitely going to get sound up on close-up cam. We'll be back tomorrow doing some more on Gazgul. 6 minutes past 9. I talked for 15 minutes. I gave you some stuff. And I painted a spaceship. You need to get out and tell people I'm capable. All right? Get them here watching this stream. Thank you, Blue Galaxy, all the people I haven't seen for a while. Thank you for coming back and joining us. Spread the word, spread the love. Stay at home, stay safe. One love. Oh no, you've got to go to... Hold on. So I'm going to do all that bit. Wait, I'm coming. Remember, we're going to go to credits last in the transition. Okay, so stay at home, stay safe. One love, peace.